ouch in this episode. Peter has been a good boy. Hi! I'm Taylor.
I'm Jane.
And the show's back on.
Okay. This is Bitchin' Batch. We're watching The Bachelor right now and giving you live reactions of The Bachelorette. I'm so sorry. Honestly, Bachelorette is so much
How do
better.
you not know the name of the television show? Come on. Okay, anyways.
Do you know what's in this?
It is week 3 of Hannah Brown's season of The Bachelorette.
Woohoo!
So, I was stuck on a train and missed the first half hour, so Jane here is going to give you the lowdown.
Alright, here's what happened. So she went on a group date, and they learned about pregnancy, essentially, and they learned a lot of trivia about gestation and pregnancy, yada, yada, yada. Then they had the men, one of those, like, birthing simulation pain things. From the same lady who did it for the Try Guys. They, like, had to feel what it was like to give birth. And honestly, it was really fun to watch the men suffer, to be honest. They were all, like, holding on to her, looking at her like, ah. It was like, yeah, welcome to what it's like if you're a lady who gives birth. Oh, by the way, Jason Biggs and Jenna Mullen were there. I didn't know who she was, but I knew he was the guy from American Pie. And John Paul Jones had a great moment where he went, the guy from American Pie is here. And then there's a cocktail party after. Jed steals her first. For some reason, there was a spread of chicken nuggets, and he takes some. And the two of them throw them off the roof together, and then they have a cute little makeout sesh. Honestly, love Jed so much. Great, great, great. And then Mike pulls her, and they're having some one-on-one time, and he's telling her this really sad story that he was like, today made me think of this, where he had an ex-girlfriend who got pregnant, and they were like happy about it, like they were gonna get engaged and raise the child together, and then in her second trimester she had a miscarriage. And so he's telling her this painful story about his past, and he's talking about how he now feels like he has to be a better person for his future partner so that he can help her through the same type of issues. It was a very, like, touching story that made me really like Mike. I already did, but anyway. But then Cam comes in and interrupts, and both Mike and Hannah are like, can you come back in a bit? Like, it's a moment right now, okay? You need to come back. Cam doesn't wait like 30 seconds. He comes back in and says, I really need to tell her something important. And Mike's like, no, leave now. And he comes back again, 3 times in a row. Cam comes and interrupts. Hannah didn't like it. The men didn't like it. And then later, Jonathan? Yeah. And then later, Jonathan comes and does the same thing to him, and Cam could not handle it. Like, Cam needs to get out of here right now. Cam is canceled. But then, the next day, Hannah has a one-on-one plan with Connor. They're probably going to go sailing. But wait.
First, Connor is mayonnaise, if that was not clear.
Oh, yeah, we called him mayonnaise.
But he didn't promote it to Connor.
Yeah, now we call him by his name. He's earned it.
Continue.
Hannah was sick the day of their one-on-one. She woke up and she passed out. She had to go to the hospital and get some fluids. And so she had him come over to her, like, little cottage they're renting for her. And they just, like, cuddled in bed. But on his way there to go take care of her, he stops at a store. I'm sure a producer told him to do this, but they probably didn't tell him to do all the things he did. He got her a card. He got her soup. He got her flowers. A strange arrangement. Looked like lettuce.
It looks like leaves.
And then he showed up at her place, and they cuddled and had a good conversation in her bed. And then when he went to leave, he left her little notes about all the things he likes about her. And they were all, like, really good things. Like, he likes how mature she is. He liked her smile. He did say that he liked how she looks without makeup, which I always kind of roll my eyes because it's like, men commenting on women's makeup. I'm like, whatever. I don't do it for you. Anyway, do you have anything to say?
Maybe the sentiment. I don't know. Anyways, it was really sweet and nice, and I've never seen a man put that much effort into literally anything. So, congrats to you, Connor. Oh yeah, round of applause for Connor.
So now he's moved up in my ranks, and wow, I'm really rooting for him now. Jed is still my pick, but I think Connor's gonna go far.
Yeah. And then, so he goes home, doesn't get a rose at first, and she calls him back. He gets a call back. He gets a call back. And then, where they go? Oh, they go
They just meet
someplace.
somewhere. Where were they?
I
It was
don't-
like on the street, but
No
like
one
a
knows.
nicely decorated area of street.
There were columns. And then there's a private concert, the first one of the season. We all know, we love. It wasn't a country band this time, which, whoop, surprise. And then,
Lucas Graham.
yeah.
Is that his name?
Yes.
Yeah.
With a K. Lucas with a K.
The 7 years old guy. He's not 7 years old. He sings the song. 7 years old.
He is 7 years old and he can sing!
I honestly, though, I thought it was funny that they were the only two people in the little, like, stadium they had set up for the band to play. And you could tell Lucas Graham was avoiding eye contact hardcore. He was, like, looking straight at the seat in front of him, singing right to it while the two of them danced over there. He was like, I will not look at you while I sing to just two people while people film me.
Yeah, and then, so he got the rose. Lucas got the... Oh my god, I just called him
Connor!
Lucas.
He's Connor! How dare you!
So next, we have the group date, part 2. And this time, they're having a photo shoot to promote Secret Life of Pets 2. Has anyone ever watched Secret Life of Pets 1? I have twice.
Anyway!
They posted photos of Hannah with some animals. My favorite was Luke S., who dressed up as a sexy rat.
Nothing gets me like a sexy rat.
Demi is back to fine! Somehow they all are fine. Even though they all... No, they don't all suck, but the ones who do suck.
So they have their like cocktail time after the group date, and Luke many times tries to steal her away, and Hannah says, "Look, no." And he just keeps coming back, and he's like, "But I want time," and she's like, "No." Somehow
She tells him he's coming on too strong, which man, we could have told you that week 1. But
she keeps going up to him and being like, "I like you. Yes, this needs to stop." And I'm like, okay, why don't you just get over liking him and send him on his way? Once we call him the shots.
yeah, I loved that. Loved that she said that.
And he says at one point, he's like, "Oh, I might as well just go home tonight." And we were all like, "Go ahead."
Yeah, the guy who's gonna be like, I'm just gonna dump me. It was my idea first. Like, you know, she can't break up with me if I break up with her first. Like, ugh.
And then she talks to Peter. I like Peter. He's handsome. And they make out. And he pushes her against the wall. And then he lifts her up. And it's really hot. He gets the rose.
Yeah, Peter gets the rose. For a second, it looks like Luke P's gonna, but he doesn't.
Yeah, there's the tailgate that happened. Cam went over and told a sob story, and we will insert a clip of us reacting to that here.
Cam is pulling her immediately. They all look pissed. Jonathan's so mad. Cam just quoted Shrek.
He said he has layers like
Mike just told Hannah all the stuff Cam said earlier about planning to get a pity rose. Normally I don't like a Tadler, but
Mike for Bachelor 2K20.
2020. She had some fun times with Tyler. They were getting real flirty. It was rose ceremony time.
Hannah looks amazing!
I'll propose right now. She looks like Jessica Rabbit if Jessica Rabbit was an actual human who was somehow hotter. You know what I mean? And here's who got roses. Alright, so we already know that Peter has a group date rose, and Connor, formerly Mayonnaise, now Connor, he also has a rose from his one-on-one. And did anybody else have a group date rose? Mike got a group date rose. And then the people who got roses in the rose ceremony are as follows: Jed, Tyler, Dustin, Grant, Dylan, Luke P, Garrett, John Paul Jones, Mateo, not getting any screen time. Who are you, Mateo? We know nothing about you. Devin, didn't know there was a Devin, Luke S, and Kevin. So we said goodbye to Jonathan, Joey, who I didn't remember, and Cam. Bye, Cam!
R.I.P.
Take some
Nine
Zycam and
keys.
go bye, Cam. My pun game is strong, you know?
Final thoughts, predictions for next week. We did get a little teaser for next week. It didn't give too much away.
I think they're gonna start traveling soon. I don't think the thing about saying I've had sex and Jesus still loves me is coming anytime soon. Remember how the fence jump got drawn out for weeks and weeks? I think that's that.
Yeah, the I've had sex and Jesus still loves me is the fence jump of this season. But I think Peter and Jed are definitely going to get in the top 4 because they got a lot of clips in the preview for next week.
Tyler G is no longer on the show, so
He's no longer
Jimmy
with
Kimmel's
us.
wrong about the top 4. He said he was going to make his top 4. Maybe Tyler? I think Tyler could go far. Tyler C, the one who's still here.
Top 4 prediction. Peter, Jed, Tyler, and Luke P.
Okay.
That's what I see.
I agree with that.
Let's hope that Mike is the Bachelor. Like, he's very well spoken.
Mm-hmm.
He does that thing where he's like very subjective about things. Not that subjectivity like exists, but in terms of like the Bachelor, he told Hannah.
He's very mature.
Yes, he told Hannah this week like what was going on with Cam, but in a way that wasn't like, oh, this is I wasn't like, this is about me. This is just so you should know, because he's on her side. We've had some guys like really step it up this week.
Yeah, can the men of the world take note, not of Luke P and Cam, of the good ones, of Connor, of Peter?
Where are they at? I want to know. Where are you at? Do you have anything else to say?
I love Hannah.
Yes.
I love her more and more every week. All right. See you next week. Love y'all. We're Lunar Buzz. Like, subscribe.
Tell your friends.
Click the little bell thing.
Tell your mom. Tell Peter. Everyone you know.
Tell the world.
Bitch match.
Lunar Buzz.
Finger guns.
And